Ocean Springs is going to have Ocean Springs back is code in Good Old Boy. See, down here in the South, this isn't new. It's called the Good Old Boy Network. See, it's when a small town and the people who run it, the officials, the coaches, the teachers, the doctors, the judges, the people who have known each other for generations, their families or friends, and they take care of their own. And they do it quietly without having to say it out loud. No meetings, no long drawn out plan, just a quiet understanding, a mutual agreement. We protect our own and we handle things before anybody from outside gets to have a say. When somebody says, well, the people in this town's gonna take care of their own, we got each other's backs. What they're really saying is outsiders don't get to ask questions. You don't get to decide who gets justice. You don't get to say what happens. We will say what happens. We will be the ones to determine what the narrative is and what we want you to see, not see, believe, not believe. Who gets reprimanded and who gets to get shit covered up. They get to decide what's get covered up. You know, like say a football star happened to commit murder, or say the son of a judge happened to witness a murder. Things like that. And outsiders can be reporters, attorneys from outside of that town, and let's be real specific, the Black community. Even if there are the tokens like Tristan who think they're one of the good old boys. Maybe Nolan thought he was one of them too. We don't know. His daddy did say that he didn't see color. I don't know. But like we always know, a token gets spent. But I need you to understand why it's so important that Tristan said that and why we should all have our listening ears on high alert. Because him specifically trying to disprove Nolan's blackness, but then also counting himself as black even though he would only be half, and according to him Nolan was 3/4, even though that's not how fucking race works. But then tried to come for the Black community saying I'm supposed to be one of y'all but my white families have my back. Like, boy, sit the fuck down. But him saying Ocean Springs is gonna take care of Ocean Springs, we gonna have each other's backs, that tells you exactly how this town and the people, the families that run this town or the state of Mississippi as a whole see this situation, this case. Not as a family looking for justice for their son, but just as a community handling business. And they want everybody else to back off. That's why these boys are doing these interviews. That's why they chose a MAGA ex-cop black podcast bullshit to do it on. Him saying Ocean Springs is gonna take care of Ocean Springs is the entire history of the South summed up in one sentence. And some places in the North too, don't get it twisted. They're all saying the quiet parts really, really loudly. And your pattern recognition senses should be tingling like a motherfucker right now. Good old boy mentality, like the one Tristan subscribes to, like the one the MAGA boys and their families in this Ocean Springs community subscribe to, is the reason why so many Black people are found hanging and it gets ruled as suicide and no foul play. Even though we